season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
They go play action. Cousins. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on it before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And a look at the next-gen stats reveals that sack occurred in all of 2.3 seconds. And you think you want to be an NFL quarterback?
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 11. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive.
And they'll be led out by the 2nd overall pick out of BYU, now in his 2nd season, and that's Zach Wilson.
Throwing to start the drive. Wilson.
This pass is caught by London.
Touchdown, Chicago!
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL, but I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense.
And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
You don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Good footwork at the 30. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
First down, here's Cousins. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cousins. His throw incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. And that will be incomplete as well.
Looks like a 2nd empty possession to start the game. It's certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
We'll get another look at Drake London as this offense returns to the field.
And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route-running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On the draw, here's Sanders. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Wilson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
They throw it out right complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The Bears at 4 and 6 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Over the middle, caught by London.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards on the play.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
He's got his man, London, right side.
Touchdown!
Drake London.
His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Bears are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
And they'll begin on the ground with Gainwell.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
That was Justin Reed, the safety, who got to the quarterback. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And the Bears take over.
We'll get another look at Drake London as this offense returns to the field.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Falcons will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
Greedy Williams on the stop. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Off the play fake, Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through.
And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Chicago.
That kick return TD is 98 yards in length. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Cousins.
Gesicki hauling in the quick throw.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Cousins' throw taken in by Samuel. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Cousins again. And that is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Cousins. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Bears will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Slot man moves right. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Deep ball for Goodwin.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Now Cousins. Flushed. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here's Wilson. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago!
Drake London
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bears are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee in the final couple seconds. Will tick by in this first half. So we reach halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. We'll get another look at Drake London as this offense returns to the field. A monster game. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Another run here with Sanders. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
And caught by London. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Ready.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They start the drive here with Gainwell.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line? First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing, Cousins. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. The 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards.
They'll run here with Gainwell.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Gainwell will score. Touchdown Atlanta. So very
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
67 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Another run with Sanders. And he's got room.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Here we go.
Running right, here's Sanders. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They go play action now. Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll run with Sanders. 5 yards, a good run there. Now 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played through. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Sanders is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown.
So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things. That's what he's been doing all season long.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He's going to look deep for more. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. Touchdown, Falcons. Cooper Kupp, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. Taken in at the 3.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. We'll get another look at Drake London as this offense returns to the field.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brent, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
First target, first catch, and a first down. Up the middle they go with Sanders.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
And they're going to speed things up here. They go play action with Wilson.
Hitting London coming across the field. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. From the 31, Wilson finding his big receiver Patrick over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll run with Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now they're in the hurry-up. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Miles Sanders hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Falcons offense set to go. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, this game well in hand, perhaps perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
First down, here's Cousins. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Cousins from the gun on third. And that's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise for the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
This is taken at the 15. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Nearly a huge return as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Oh, Wilson going to throw.
That swung out wide to Sanders.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Wilson.
He's got Sanders on the out route. It's caught. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Play action. Now Wilson.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
One last shot now for Cousins. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What